So next we have the reversible wall art. This piece is awesome because it actually has the insert that you can actually take out, flip around, and reinsert it. And so there is a resin design on both sides, two different color schemes. Both work perfectly with the frame. So another one that I just really love. The side that we have it on now, side A, we'll call it, features really soft blush tones. So there's creams, there's gray, there's white, there's like a pearly white in there. You also have almost like a mauve type color. And then of course I had to add my glitter. I love a little bit of sparkle and shimmer, so I made sure to include that as well. And then you have your lines that are on top that add another layer of depth. So you have your grays and silvers, and then a little bit of a gold line that goes through that also just really makes it pop. It has a gold frame around it that has a really nice detail to it, and then in the cove there is a really soft pink. It's not as light as a blush, but a soft pink. And then you have the gold, a different gold detail in the inside. The outside, so the frame itself, not the trim, but the frame is wood. It's textured. I went with a textured technique and then put gold over the top of it. Two different tones of gold along the rim, which you can see on the photos on the website. And then it includes a removable part on top that, like I said, is Velcro, so you can actually remove it, take the insert out, flip it around, and put it right back in. I will say when you are putting the piece back in, you want to very slightly lift up the front part of this, just because there is a piece inside that kind of hangs low and you don't want it to rub against it. It's not going to scratch it up. It's not going to do anything to damage the art, but it will make a little noise that you don't really care to hear. So, but it's very slight. Don't yank on it. It's just slight little pull out and it'll be fine. But yeah, this is a really heavy piece, and I strongly recommend that you do not hold it by this frame. This frame is attached to the wood piece, but all the weight is really on the wood piece, on the wood of the frame. So just grip the whole thing as you would, as you would probably do anyway, but I just want to put that out there. Don't hold or carry it by this frame. Make sure you're holding it by the wood frame. I'm going to go ahead and flip over, take it off the wall, show you what I mean by the insert, flip it, and then I'll put it back up for you looking the other way. Alright, so as you can see, I've taken the piece down so that you can get a better look at exactly what I mean by the insert and just exactly how it works. So the inside of the frame, this is after you've taken the insert out. What you're looking at over here is the alternative art piece. So this is on the opposite side. You see that was what we were looking at before. You flip it around. You get this piece that has different nice colors. It has purples, blues, there's some gold in there, green, several different tones. And it's also a resin piece, so it also has that very reflective quality to it. Finished in a nice gold rim. Details. And it's got no weight to it, so that is the insert. That piece that I'm holding in my hand is actually the top panel that I was telling you about. It's a very simple piece. It's also wood. Has that textured paint detail that I was explaining earlier, and then you have the Velcro that is on the rim. It is painted gold so that from the side view, while you will see that little strip of the Velcro, it's not going to just stand out like a sore thumb because, again, it is painted gold. But you just simply would take this off. There's a little bit of a gap in there that allows you to be able to slide the art in and out. And this back panel is actually a fabric. So it's like a velvety type fabric that's really soft. And that was done intentionally, of course, so that the art piece can slide in and out without rubbing up against a hard surface. Let me go ahead and put it in there, duh. So now we're looking at the other side, the side B of this piece. I just wanted you to see what it looks like with the frame on it, so you can see how the colors blend. It's still a gorgeous piece either way you do it. There are pictures on the website that show closer up versions of it from both sides. So, but I did in this video want to make sure that I showed you that look. So, yes, I hope you like it. I forgot to add with that piece with the reversible art, it is going to be easier to take the art out and flip it if you lay it on its back and do it that way. Don't try to do it with it standing up like leaning on the wall. Just lay it on its back and then take the insert out, flip it, put it back in, and then hang it. Alright, so next we have the wine glass display shelf. This piece is very heavy. It is all wood and it also features poured resin, so it has a lot of weight to it. If you see along the rim, it is also finished. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's finished along the rim in like bronze and gold colored nuggets, small little nuggets or little rocks that go all the way around the frame. Then you have your wine glass holder where we can hold 6 wine glasses along the bottom. You could put something, the shelf is shallow, so you could technically put something on there like a book or small figurines or things like that. Or you can just leave it as it is. I think it's a beautiful standalone piece. You just put your glasses underneath it and it's gonna catch everyone's eye. It's beautiful. There are petals, faux, like little fake flower petals here that just add another layer of dimension, and also on the other end. And the frame is in a spray painted gold finish, and it's actually a little blotchy because I did like a clear coat over it and it kind of did like this funky thing with the finish, and I really like the way that looked. And so rather than changing it or going over it, I just left it alone because I really liked the texture that it added, the visual texture. So, and then I'm gonna be honest with you, there's also a little bit of a texture of the bubble wrap from whenever I first wrapped it. And that too, I just like the way it looked. I like the imperfection of it. And so I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. Like, I like it. It doesn't look bad. It wasn't the plan, but it doesn't look bad. And I actually like that it's not perfect. Each of the panels, you'll see this is made up of 11 panels. And so what I've done is the resin is poured here to create a smooth finish, but then each individual plank is still shown in this corner and the lower corner. And here we just have different random elements, from small little white stones. We have some sequins in there. We have some words. There's little splashes of gold paint. So it's just a random combination of pieces. Very simple piece, something that I think would be great to go right above if you have like a little bar cart or a chest. This would be great to add to it, or even a little corner in your bar area, or if you have a get ready room or a room that you do your makeup in. To have this set up with your wine glasses, it just feels very feminine, very elegant, but also sophisticated. This is a beautiful piece. I love this one. So next we have the Shabby-Curvy Wall Art. And this piece is finally not a resin piece. I do make things beyond resin, but I just happen to have several resin pieces that are going on the site initially because that's what is really popular right now. But I do make just wood pieces that have been stained or distressed or painted, things like that. So this is one of those pieces. This piece is a all wood frame, wood backing. It does have metal sheets that are curved. This one is not one of the multifunctional pieces. This is one of the ones that just hangs over the wall and speaks for itself. It just sits there and looks pretty. So it does have the curved metal sheets here. They've been painted a combination of colors to kind of give it more of a textured, rusted, a worn kind of look. They also have slightly different depths. They're all similar in depths, but they are slightly different. There's a textured background, textured paint technique that I use on the background. It doesn't like the camera's really picking up on it, but the photos on the website should do a much better job. And then at the bottom, there's actually, these are actually paper, so like from Michaels, your printed paper, so it's faux wood look. These are not real wood panels. It is a wood, printed wood paper, I guess is the way to put it. Then here we have some of those same nuggets that we used on some of the other projects, just to kind of add a little pizzazz here. And then we have just a white dowel that has different tones, kind of browns and golds in it as well. There's a slight little detail along the rim where it's curved and then it comes out and it's squared off, which is a really nice detail, something I haven't done before prior to this project. And again, this is one of those pieces that is just gonna hang on the wall. It doesn't have a multi-purpose. Definitely lends itself to the shabby chic kind of side. It doesn't feel too farmhouse, but it also doesn't feel too elegant. It's a nice kind of mix between the two, which is really nice. I hate that the color is just, I'm sorry y'all for my camera doing whatever this weird thing is. It hasn't been doing that, but it's kind of going in and out with the lighting, so I don't know. I'm gonna kind of cut this short. This piece is about 20, I think it was 29 and a half, no, it's 25 and a half inches tall by 49 and a half inches long. So it's a really nice size. It is heavy, but it's not as heavy as a lot of the other pieces, but it does have a nice bit of weight to it. So again, I don't like what the camera is doing, so I'm just gonna cut this short here, but let me know if you have any questions at all about this piece. All right, so this is another one of the daily inspiration pieces. This one is more on the rustic side of it, or the barn house type look. And so it's not as glitzy as the other one. It is more of a distressed, worn type look. The frame is painted wood that also has a really nice detailed trim. And I use like an antiquing type technique on the trim so that you could see the details, so they do stand out a lot better than what they're showing up like on the camera, but you will be able to see on the website. But each of these pieces are hinged just like the other piece, with the same words and inspirational phrases that were really great for me during a time when I needed to hear positive things. And this one in the center is different than the other. It actually includes a cork holder that is like a semicircle, so it's flat on the back, but it curves in the front. You can add corks. There's a hole here that you can add corks to, or whatever you choose to put it in there. But the neat thing about it is I've made it so that you can actually remove this piece, take whatever's in there out, and fill it with whatever you want. So you can do, if you do fake fruits, if you really like sequins, or the little fake little diamonds, if you want to put flowers or rose petals in here. I mean, literally whatever you can think of, if it can fit, you can put it in here. And then you just close that back up. It's just a loose, really loose fit, a little bit of friction, but it's really easy to open and close. And you just slide that. There's holes on the back of this for hanging, and then there's screws on here that I've painted so that they don't stand out. They're not like a silver. They have a little bit of a brown paint on them, so they're really discreet. But then you just put this on here, fit it in the holes, and you're good to go. I would not suggest trying to open it while it's in place. You don't want to scratch up the background. But yeah, just taking it off, filling it with whatever, and putting it back in there. This is, again, similar to the other one, so I'm not going to go too far into the details, but it's a very inspiring piece. Great for whenever you want to change out your positive messages that you have to yourself or to the people in your home. So this is, again, another great piece from Intent Accents. Up next, we have another Lazy Susan art piece. And just as with the others, this is again on that little platter that I explained before that has the hole for the screw to go in so you can hang it. Same situation as before where it's going to spin. I do want to give you a nice close-up of those colors. How pretty is that? Does this not scream Lucky Charms? How pretty is that? So this features gold nuggets that act as a divider between the resin pour and the wood stain. This is a walnut wood stain that's been finished in a polyurethane coat. The resin part on the bottom is a combination of green, gray, and black mostly. It also has splashes of gold. It's mixed in, and then it's finished with the gold, black, and white lines, which makes it just the most beautiful thing ever. Like, I love this piece. I love the combination of the resin with the wood because it just kind of mixes a rustic feel with a little bit of an elegant kind of, a little bit of a dressier feel to me. Love that it also has a masculine tone to it, so this is very good for any type of setup, whether you're trying to make the space feminine or more masculine. It goes both ways, and I love that about this piece. So yeah, another one, same thing as before. You can turn it however you want. Yeah. All right, guys, that is everything. I did not expect the recording process to take this long. So, whew, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I started in the daylight and it is now after midnight. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what time it is, but it is well after midnight. But if you get anything out of this, then my job is well done, in my opinion. So I hope that you saw something that you like, that you're interested in. I hope that you will like, share, and comment to let me know, what are you thinking? Is this something that falls in line with what you're needing for your space? Do you just like looking at this type of stuff? Just whatever feedback you have. If there's something that you think maybe I should have done it this way or that way, be it about the product or about the way that it was filmed, let me know. I'm all about constructive criticism. I want to get better for you guys. I want to create the best products that I can, and I want to be able to present them in a way so that you can see and know all that you need to know to make the best decision for your home. So you can feel confident that, yes, I'm excited about this piece because I know everything I feel that I need to know about it. So give me all of the feedback that you can, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you made it to the end, thank you. Thank you. And again, I will see you in the next video. So thank you. Bye.